Hello, my darlings. I hope you're in the mood for a Crafternoon because today let's make our very own scepters like Queen Elsa has in the movie Frozen. Another way that you can make your own scepter is get a paper towel roll. You'll also need some tape and a cup and a pair of scissors. And then for decoration, you can either use paint, markers, or my personal preference is Elmer's glue and glitter. So you take your paper towel roll, and you know, the scepters, they have kind of a cool shape where they're wider in parts and narrower in parts. So with your hands, you're gonna squish towards the bottom, so that part's a little smaller. And then towards the top, you're gonna squish. You wanna try to squish pretty evenly so that it kind of wrinkles in like this. And you know, it really doesn't have to be perfect. All that you're doing is you want to make sure that you're getting this effect where there's wider part, and then these smaller parts. Then with your tape, you're gonna put some tape around the narrower parts so that that stays smaller. Now, if you have plenty of tape, you can cover the entire thing, or you can just leave it like this and know that when you paint it and decorate it, it will eventually all be the same color. But I do love the way that you can use tape to kind of smooth the wrinkly parts. So if you have plenty of tape on hand, you want to go around and around. So you're kind of just covering the whole thing from top to bottom. And press the tape down with your fingers as you go. And I don't want to press in too much in this middle part or the top and bottom because I do want those to look wider than the rest of it. And see how this kind of started to squish in? I'm gonna make sure to push it back out as I'm taping because I really want the top to be and the bottom to be wide. Okay, now we're at this stage. There's two different options at this point. You could either just go ahead and decorate this with paint and glitter and cool stuff, and then hold it and use it like this. But if you want to go a step further, there's a really cool way to complete the top. So if you have a cup around, you want to get your marker, whatever you're using to sketch out designs. With the cup, you're going to make the top of the scepter. So this, let me show this to you a little closer. I'm using my marker to sketch out to sketch something that's kind of like petals, because that is how the scepter has at the top. And then with scissors, this is a good time to ask a grown-up to just help you with this one little part, because it's not that easy to cut a cup, and you want to be really careful that you don't get hurt. And it doesn't have to be a plastic cup. It could be a paper cup. It really doesn't matter. You just want that shape where it's flat at the bottom and then round. If you do cut this out yourself, just be very careful that you always know where you're going with your scissors so that you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. So when you're done cutting out the cup, you'll have something. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure. So you'll have something like this. And it's up to you. I decided that it was going to have 3 petals coming up, but you could also do it with 4. Whatever you sketch out and cut is going to be fine. But now I take the bottom of the cup and I want to line it up. If it fits, I'll even push it inside, but it's okay if it doesn't fit. At the top of my scepter / paper towel roll, and then I'll get more tape. Put it in there, and I'll use the tape to make sure my special cut cup is going to stay right in there. So at this stage, it'll look something like this. And now I can decorate it. It's true that in the movie, her scepter is gold, but since this is my project, I can take some artistic license and really get inspired to just make something that I think is really cool and that I'm excited to play with. So I decided that I want this to be blue. Anytime you're painting, you want to make sure that you have something to protect your workspace, because you don't want to make a super big mess to clean up later. So I have some blue paint and a paintbrush and some water for my paintbrush. And then you always want to have a place to pour out some paint for yourself. So carefully shaking it up. Okay, now I'm getting down to the part where I actually am holding it. So I have to decide, because the thing is that if I paint the whole entire thing, then there's no place for me to hold it. So I'm actually gonna wait and not paint this very bottom part until I'm really satisfied with the top. So I'm putting some more blue in here. And you could put some other colors. I mean, it would be cool to also get some glitter on the case. But I think for that, I'm gonna wait until this paint dries and then do a separate round where I put some glue in special places and then put glitter. So today I'm feeling like I just want the whole thing to be blue, and then it's gonna have some glitter on top of it later. So I'm just gonna paint the entire thing blue. Okay. So now I have to wait for this one to dry. And it did get a little paint on me, but it's tempera and it's completely washable and totally fine. It's not gonna ruin my clothes. That's why I'm not wearing an apron or anything. So to complete this one, I want glitter on it. So I'm gonna take my glue and just along the top of the scepter, gonna follow these pointy petal shapes. Okay. Close it up. Oops, I closed it. Before I play with this, I do need to make sure that I let the glitter and the glue dry, but the artistic process is complete. I hope this will inspire you to get crafty and creative and have so much fun.